Hello, guys. Happy Saturday to everybody. I hope everybody is doing well. Anyway, I'm just sticking with tradition. Friday, I usually fish, but this Friday I didn't go that route. You got to change up a bit. So Saturday, one of the most favorite soup around my household is fish. So we're gonna be doing fish soup today, and it's gonna be kingfish head and grouper. And those two, other than Dr. Fish, those are two of the best. What we call it fish broth because like I said, my stuff, we're not gonna be going to no big heavy food, no dumpling and all of that. So you know what? I'm just cooking a soup at the start. So this is the fish here, folks. It's grouper and it's kingfish. And you know me already. It's well washed and seasoned up for a while. So taking all the season, and I'm just gonna be. It's boiling right now with some pumpkin in it, cause I love the. I don't love to drink anything. Any soup supposed to be white. No, my soup has to be yellow pumpkiny. No matter what soup it is, it has to be yellow. Okay, so pumpkin I put in ahead of time, and right now, and this soup is very easy to cook. So here I have some Christophine chocho slash chocho because other island call it, that's why I always call it both name, because other islands, Trinidad, Barbados and places like that, call it Christophine, and we know it as chocho. Okay, so I'm putting in some chocho right now with a few pieces of carrot. Like I said, it's not going to be a lot of food in because a fish broth is really what it is, a broth, not soup like so thick you can heat it with you have to use a fork. No, this is just a fish broth, and I'm just putting that, some green bananas and okra, and that's it, and the fish. So it's not gonna be one of those. This is all basically I custom to my fish. We call it, it's fish tea or fish broth or fish soup or whatever you want to call it. But this is the way. I know people do it with that dumpling and yam and everything in there. Like I said, to each his own. No, I just love it when because what happened with soup overall, folks? Soup is just the water is where the best part is because everything is boiled down in that broth. So even when you see people cooking beef soup and stuff, they're asking about how come they don't have any get no beef or meat or stuff like that. No, everything is done in that broth, cook right down in it. That's where all the nutrient, everything is. So this is why I said I don't cook soup with a lot of food in it. And right now it's chocho, some carrot, and pumpkin, and green banana and okra. And that's where I'm leaving it. Basically, no dumpling because nobody. I don't really, like I said, when I feel like doing a dumpling with a little bit of cornmeal, but in my fish broth, no. Maybe in ordinary soup, when other people, are here and they want dumpling, then I'll do it. But for my fish broth, it's just the basic stuff. So I'm just gonna put in all of that right now, and I have my green bananas here, ready to go and everything because fish soup is very easy to cook. So I'm just gonna put in my bananas right now, and I'm doing this time I have a few more bananas. So yeah, and I love my green bananas in my fish broth. So I have them already peeled and washed. And I'm just putting in one edo, and this is what we call white cocoa. That was the only thing I had here. So this is the banana here. That's the one header, and the banana is gonna go in, and everything is just gonna boil. Then the fish gonna add last. So basically that's it. So yeah, this is how I love soup, and I could drink soup every day, but I don't want soup with a lot of food in it. I just love it with just vegetables. And if I was doing like a chicken soup or a beef soup, I have my a turnip is a must in those soup for me. Turnip and carrots and chocho and all of that. Yeah, this is fish broth. Turnip is gonna give it too much of a thing there. So we don't need that here right now. So the fish is here, and I'm just waiting for the food to cook. Then I'll just add the fish and some some vegetable stock. Like I said, I just like to use my vegetable stock in it. And I have a little noodle that here, that's Not Maggi, just noodle by itself, little noodles. So if I need any of that, I might put a little few in there. But basically, it's just my vegetable stock I like to go with. And basically, that's it. Put your I just had my a nice pepper to it, and that's it. So folks, so the food is in right now, and I'm just gonna leave that. I'm also gonna put in the okras right now. Yeah, with that, because like I said, it's not a, and I love a lot of okras. I just buy okras by the grove and freeze them. I wash them and cut them and freeze them. Okay, so, and okras, you know, are so good for you, especially if you're a diabetic person, you know. And you can have fish, any kind of fish, whether fish soup or steamed fish or any fish. It's just an unwritten rule there from I was growing up. Okra has to accompany any fish dish, you know. So basically, this is it. So, and like I said, folks, to each his own. So this is how basically I see, you know, my grandmother cook a lot of, only when, you know, when she cooking like soup, like beef soup or stuff like that, then you'll have your whole pot of your yam and your dashin and your cocoa, your sweet potato. You have got ordinary fish broth, the green banana, and the okra is the most important thing in it. Or I grew up and see. So folks, that the food is gonna be cooking for a little bit. The food gonna be cooking, and then after that, what we had in, let me get, it's just the fish, and you know, after the fish go in, it's game over. Just cook, because the fish only take a few minutes to cook, you know, and that's it. So here for my for all my have a scotch bonnet pepper, I have some rosemary, some pimento berries, and a little bit of that's about 3 cloves, because you have to be careful with cloves, because it cloves are very strong, very nice but strong. I have some thyme and some green scallion. I use some to season up the meat and garlic in the fish. So this is it. So when we come back on the other side, folks, I'm just gonna have the fish in, and this dish will be, as you say, the boat will be landed. Okay, so we'll be right back on the other side. Okay, all right. Hi guys, I'm back, and the food, the vegetable is cooked, and I'm just gonna put in, I lower the heat. I'm just gonna put the fish in right now, and like I said, in this fish everything is seasoned up in there. I have all the seasoning in it, so I'm not even gonna add any more. Like, it has basil, it has rosemary, it has garlic, it has some, you name it, folks, and it's in this fish. This fish was seasoning for a couple hours, not overnight this time, a couple hours. And this is just the juice from the fish. Just gonna add to, you know, to it, and let it just simmer, because fish does not take a long time to cook, folks, and you don't want it fish all, you know, mashed out. So that's all the juice there from the fish in it. So we're just gonna let that simmer down. I'm gonna add some vegetable stock to it right now, and a little bit on, and okay, I have my ear, I have a bit of all the herbs. I have thyme, fresh thyme, a lot of fresh thyme here. Just gonna put that in. A stalk of rosemary gonna be going in. Some onions, green onions, and I don't cut them up very small. You know, sometimes you just wring them so you get out all that flavor. Flavor comes out better. So I have a few pieces. Even in the fish, I put a few pieces of that to marinate it. And this is one of the only time, folks, when I'm doing my escovitch fish, I just want my salt and black pepper on it, and then I make my vinegar. But when I'm doing my fish soup, my fish have to be well marinated. So here I have some pimento berries and a few cloves, about 3 cloves, not a lot, because cloves is a very powerful spice, and you have to be careful with that. And that's my green pepper, and I'm adding some fresh cilantro and parsley. I have dry one, but if I have the green one, I love it better. Yeah, I save my dry one for the winter time when, you know. But even in the winter time here, we get a lot of because they grow them in greenhouses over here. We get a lot of fresh herbs even in the winter time. So, folks, that's it right there. And what I'm gonna add, I had a little piece of butter in it already. I'm just gonna add a little bit of extra virgin olive oil to it. Yeah, that is so tasty in your stock. And just stir and let the pot simmer now. Let the fish just cook, because that's just gonna take about, you know, 10 minutes or so, because fish is so easy to cook. So I am just gonna put in my vegetable stock here. Yeah, and I just put a few of my own not a lot. I don't cook with a lot of noodles in it. Oh my goodness, folks, this is, yeah, well, you know, it's Saturday, folks, and it's about 6 of us. Yeah, my sister's gonna be here with her kids, so she's gonna pop by. So, and soup doesn't last in my house, folks. Soup doesn't last whether anybody visits or not. That old pot, I could slowly get that off by myself in a couple, yeah, maybe a day or two. I could finish that, because soup is one of the things that is so, we so like around. And soup is good for you, you know, folks. Soup and porridge is two of the most nutritional stuff to have. Porridge and soup, okay? Those are very good for you. So I hope that's not gonna boil over. I have to just maybe omit some of the, and then later on I could add back. I think I might just do that. If it start to bubble up, I lower the stove. Okay, and I'm just gonna put a little bit of cracked black pepper. And you cannot cook without, you don't have your black pepper, because that's another flavor thing right there, folks. Cracked black pepper. I'm just gonna lower the heat. And everything is in that soup right now, folks. And I'm watching it. If it starts to boil over, I'm just gonna take off a bit, and when it cook down, then I add that back to it. So I have to go for taste now to see if it needs this point, if it needs any more, because I don't like to cook with a lot of salt. You can add salt, but you can't take it out. Let me just see. Now, folks, it don't need a thing. It's nice. It is nice. Doesn't need a thing, folks. Because in the fish, I well season it with enough spices, and seasoning it with some salt and everything. So it's good. So we're just gonna let that bubble down, and 10 minutes, folks, and the fish will be cooked. Because especially kingfish is a very soft fish, and grouper. So we're using kingfish head and grouper head. Two very beautiful fish for soup. That and Dr. Fish is my go-to fish for fish soup or fish broth or fish tea. But you know what, my fish tea is really with Dr. Fish. That's one I call fish tea. Yeah, so this is a nice pot of broth. I just don't want it to boil over, and I don't want to take out anything to add it back. So, folks, at the next bend, folks, this will be done. The soup will be done. So 1 minute. So, guys, we're back for the final countdown, and as Moko would say, the boat has landed. Okay, so folks, all we're gonna do right now is just start sharing it up. Look at that beautiful pot of soup, folks. Yeah, that is what we call tradition, folks. That is, and I see a few Caribbean islands the same. Soup on the Saturday, fish on a Friday. But I didn't have any fish yesterday, so you know what? We have a fish today, fish soup. Yesterday I think we had what did we have yesterday? I can't remember. We make a dish yesterday. Oh, it was an omelette. An omelette we had. With I did that video on it with sweet potato omelette. It was very good. It was a change from fish on a Friday because we know we're gonna cook fish soup today, so that's why we didn't do any Friday fish. So folks, I'm just gonna plate it right now, and you see, like I'm saying, folks, it's just the broth. That is the main thing in your soup. And we call this fish either fish tea or fish broth, but not really exactly. We don't. Yeah, we call it fish tea in Jamaica anyway. Yeah, or fish broth. And this, folks, like I said, you don't need the food. Everything is boiled on from that fish. You know, all that protein is boiled on from that fish. Let me get it. And this is the one thing I love about kingfish head, because it's you have so much meat in the head, not a lot of bone. You know, you have a lot of meat in a kingfish head, and we use also grouper head, a yellow. I think it was a yellowtail grouper head we use, and that's the best grouper, you know, folks, yellowtail. And Christophine and carrots, and I put a little piece of celery, not a lot, just a little piece in it. You know, it gives celery give you a stuff flavor. Yeah, and the most thing people want is a banana, green banana and okra, folks. That's it for your soup, for your broth. And this fish had a lot of fishes in it, a lot of fish. So this one is just plated for if I can find a group of fish head. We don't have a lot of bone in this soup, because the one thing about this fish head, it does not have a lot of bone. And most time I do fish soup, I just cook the fish and then take it out before it's the bones start to fall apart. That's one of the best way to do your fish. And this is just broth, but it's lots of broth, and the okra, Christophine. Nobody care about and that's your little berries there. You can just pick them out. So folks, that is a kingfish yellow grouper head soup. Saturday tradition continue. No matter where we go, we still have our tradition. And tomorrow, I guess a lot of people on Sunday is rice and peas. Yeah, this tradition still hold up, folks. When we have the time, because sometimes a lot of time you just have to just cook what's there. It's not all the time with tradition. So folks, this is the soup right there, and that is kingfish soup, which is kingfish soup with yellow grouper head, kingfish head with yellow grouper head, and there's so much meat in those two fish, so it's hardly any bone in there. So folks, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and try the soup. It's Saturday, so folks, all the yardie, I know you're gonna, we're still with our tradition. So folks, please like, share, and enjoy. And big up to everybody, Melon Marie and Fire, big up yourself, and Richard Brown and everybody down that side. Deacon, I know your pot of soup is on fire right now. You soon send me a picture. So I hope you're watching this and liking it, okay? Everybody have a good weekend, okay? It's a long weekend for us here in Canada. It's our traditional Caribana weekend, and it's gonna be party all over the place, going straight from till I think the 7th of August. So the Caribana is gonna be next week Saturday. That's the parade where everybody's gonna be dressed up, and there's hundreds of thousands of people gonna be coming in for that. So it's a long weekend for us, folks. So in Canada, everybody, you have yourself a good, safe, long weekend. Okay, folks. Enjoy, and don't drink and drive. Okay. All right. So take it easy, everybody. Peace.